Good afternoon, everyone. Today we will see about the chapter 1 from Unit 4. Okay, because Unit 3 already we had completed. Because in the Unit 3 there was 3 chapters. Unit 3 chapter 1 already we had completed in the term 1 examination, and the chapter 2 and 3 from Unit 3 already we have completed in the previous 2 days. So today we will start Unit 4, Chapter 1. Okay, so let's see. See, this is Unit 4, Chapter 1. There is no such name given in the syllabus for this chapter. Okay, just see what we will see in this chapter. Learning objectives are, after reading this chapter, after reading this unit, the students will be able to understand the concept of public health nutrition. Means about the public health nutrition, student can understand. Define protein energy malnutrition, PEM, then the condition of underweight, stunting, wasting, severe acute malnutrition, SAM in children. These things we will see in this chapter. Okay, learn causes and consequences of vitamin, minerals deficiency, and apply nutritional management strategy for its prevention. We will see these all things in this unit. Okay, so today we will see the chapter 1. So in this chapter we will study about public health nutrition. The short form of it is PHN. Okay, it is defined as the science and art of preventing disease, prolonging life, and promoting health through the medium of nutrition. So in this chapter we will see about the public health nutrition, and we are seeing that it is defined as the science and arts of preventing disease. Means by public health nutrition we can prevent the disease and prolong our life and promote the health through medium of nutrition. The aim is to achieve greater health and well-being for everyone by making healthier food and nutrition related choice. Means our aim is to uh, promote the greater health and the well-being for everyone by making healthier food. Means we have to give everyone the healthy food and nutrition related choices. Thus the focus is on the promotion of good health through nutrition and the primary prevention of nutrition related illness in the population, like protein energy malnutrition and other nutritional deficiency disease and disorder we will see here. So you must have read in daily newspaper that child malnutrition is a major health problem in India and globally. Means when you will read any newspaper, then you can see any one news is there that the child are just wait. So you must have read in daily newspaper that child malnutrition is a major health problem. Means whenever you will read the newspaper, you can see at least one news is there that a child about the child malnutrition. Major health problem is being shown in the India and also globally, leading to morbidity also and mortality, impairment in intellectual development and working capacity, and increased risk of adult disease. Child is in a child, if there will be a malnutrition, then morbidity and mortality, means the situation in which the people are going towards the death condition, towards a very bad condition. Okay, so an impaired intellectual development and working capacity will be lowered. In there will be increased risk of adult diseases. These malnutritional child, when they will become adult, disease will come to them. Protein energy malnutrition, PEM, occurs in 3 clinical forms, that is kwashiorkor, marasmus, and marasnic kwashiorkor. These 3 are the clinical form of protein energy malnutrition. In addition, a large number of children suffer from various subclinical forms of PEM, like underweight, stunting. Underweight means low weight according to the age. In the previous chapter we had seen that Stunting, that means short stature means short height or low height for the age. According to the age, if their age will be shorter, if their height will be shorter, then we can say that they are in stunting condition. And wasting, that means thinness. If according to the age the child is very thin, then we can say that this child is in wasting condition. In fact, the proportion of clinical cases of PEM in a given community reflects only the proverbial tip of iceberg. Means, in fact, the proportion means the proportion. If we will see, then the graph will be like a iceberg. This type of graph we can see. Okay. In other words, for every clinical case, there are many more children suffering from underweight, stunting, and wasting. The World Health Organization (WHO) defines malnutrition as the cellular imbalance between the supply of nutrients and energy and the body's demand for them to ensure growth, maintenance, and specific functions. Means, what is the definition of malnutrition? We can say that the cellular imbalance means inside the cell, if there will be any imbalance of the supply of nutrients and the energy and the body's demand, if it will not be fulfilled for them to ensure the growth, maintenance, and specific function, this condition is known as malnutrition. Okay. Next, malnutrition in child. So we will see some points about the malnutrition in child. Child growth is internationally recognized as an important indicator of nutritional status and health in population. Means child growth is very important indicator. Okay. Now we will learn about the various subclinical form of malnutrition. That is why malnutrition are coming. First one, that is wasting. So wasting refers to low weight for height. Means whatever height they have, according to that and according to the age, if the weight will be low, then we can say this condition is known as the wasting. In the previous students, Pragyati,
Yes, ma'am.
why you were absent in the previous 2 days?
Ma'am, I was a little unwell.
Oh, okay. Okay. Only there is only a single class. Yes. So attend every classes. Either you can't understand these things. Okay. So from
Yes,
the
ma'am.
next class, every class you will attend. Okay. So see, we were we were seeing about the wasting. So what is wasting? Wasting refers to the low weight for height. Means according to the height or the age. If anyone have low weight, then we can say that this is known as wasting. And the child is thin for his or her height, but not necessarily short. We can also see that the child is very thin according to the height and age. But necessarily not only the short or only the low height. We are not just saying that. It is also known as acute malnutrition. If in this condition, if any child is there, so we can say that this is acute malnutrition. Wasting in children is a symptom of acute undernutrition, usually as a consequence of insufficient food intake or a high incidence of infectious disease, especially diarrhea. Means this wasting condition is seen inside any child, then it is a symptom of acute undernutrition. Means we can say that child is in the undernutrition condition. So usually as a consequence of insufficient food, means they are not taking their proper food, so in the future there can be disease like especially diarrhea or different types of disease can come to them. Next one is stunting. So stunted growth refers to the low height for age. Means they are not growing properly. According to the age, their height is not increasing. When a child is short for his or her age but not necessarily thin, it is also known as chronic malnutrition. Means when a child is short for his or her age, means according to the age but not necessarily thin, this problem is known as chronic malnutrition. Okay. In the previous, we had seen acute malnutrition, and this one is chronic malnutrition. This carries a long-term development risk. chronic malnutrition will come, then it carry a long term risk. Okay, and appropriate growth of their babies means if they will go to the clinic and they will just observe their child properly, and monthly or twice a month they will go to the clinic where they will be weighted and have their growth plotted on a chart, so that this should ensure that correct information the parents are getting, and they can the doctor can advise that whatever nutrition is needed for that child or not, in which condition they are, so we can observe these things. Okay, so here we will see one box. See, some indicator is given and what it measure or what it is used for, we will see. So wasting weight for height means according to the height, if their weight will be lower, then we can say this condition is known as wasting, and it is acute malnutrition. Next, stunting, it is chronic malnutrition, and low height for age or low length for age or low length for age means height will be low, and this condition is known as stunting. Okay, next is underweight. So low weight for age or acute or chronic malnutrition, both. This is acute or chronic malnutrition, both. Here, according to the age, weight is lower, so this is known as underweight. Okay, with three standard indices of physical growth that describe the nutritional status for children under 5 years of age, that is wasting, stunting, and underweight. So in the box it is written whatever we have seen in this box. Okay, next we will see, you can see one picture, normal weight and height. See here, normal weight and height. This baby is in wasting condition. See, thinner than normal, very thin. Next is stunted. See, shorter than normal. The height is not such like the normal. Next one, wasting and stunted, thinner and shorter than normal. See, this one is wasting and stunted and thinner also and shorter than the normal. Okay, so see, if we will tally with this normal child, then we can see the difference. Okay, so this is the malnutrition in child. Next we will see the severe acute malnutrition, SAM. What is the full form of SAM? That is severe acute malnutrition. So malnutrition is a major health concern in Indian children, not only in the rural area but in urban slums too. Okay, in urban slums area, this is being shown in very much amount. Now we will study about it. Severe acute malnutrition or SAM is the most visible form. Its face is a skeleton who requires urgent treatment to survive. Means the child who has acute malnutrition, that is the child is facing a frail or skeletal problem who required urgent treatment. Okay, WHO and UNICEF define severe acute malnutrition for children aged 6 months to 60 months as very low weight for the height. Means if we will see that according to the height, the weight is very low, and visible severe muscle loss means not such muscle is present, they are very thin. Mid upper arm circumference, this thing we have seen in the previous chapter, that mid upper arm circumference means we have to just measure the mid upper arm. The child's arm should then be relaxed and falling along the body. Place the MUAC tape. This is the MUAC tape, means mid upper arm circumference measuring tape, around the midpoint of the arm so that it is flat around the skin, not too tight or not to take the measurement. Okay, if the measurement will be greater than or equal to 12.5 centimeter, then we can say that they are in normal condition. When it will be 11.5 to 12.4 centimeter, so it is maximum, and if it will be lower than 11.5 centimeter, then we can say it is the severe acute malnutrition, SAM. Okay, so if it will be if the mid upper arm circumference will be below 115 mm or 11.5 cm, then This is a chronic, this is the acute malnutritional problem. Nutritional edema and characterized by swollen feet, face and limbs in children. Next one is two types of things, MAM and SAM. MAM means moderate acute malnutrition. SAM means severe acute malnutrition. This one is the mid circumference measurement tape. You have seen one tape is being used. See, one tape is being used for measuring the MUAC, means mid upper arm circumference. So originally this looked like this. Okay, this is the tape, mid upper arm circumference measuring tape for children 6 to 59 months. Now we will see about the severe acute malnutrition, SAM. It is a major cause of death in children under 5, and its prevention and treatment are critical to child survival and development. So it is a major cause of death in the child under the 5, means under the age of 5 years. This problem is being shown, and its prevention and treatment are very critical for the child who are suffering in this problem. Ministry of Women and Child Development in India has been running the Integrated Child Development Service, that is ICDS, since 1975 to the address child malnutrition. ICDS tracks the underweight or weight for age status of children up to 6 years of age through a network of informal preschools, which is called Anganwadi centers. Means they are known as Anganwadi centers. Means ICDS are some group of people who tracks the underweight or weight for the age status of children up to 6 years of age through a network of informal preschools. Means they will go to the school, or the school, they will give some idea about this, so that the children who are in the underweight condition, who are in the stunting or wasting condition, they will give some idea what should we do, what should we give to them. These things they will give the Anganwadi centers and the workers who are working there. Each center is staffed with a community-based worker and helper who provide nutritional supplementation to children and pregnant women, basic informal education to children, and health education to mothers. Means each center is staffed with a community-based workers. Means in the Anganwadi centers, the workers who are working at, they are mainly the helper and who provide the nutritional supplement to children. They will first survey that in which area this type of people, this type of time are higher in number. They will provide medication and nutritional supplement to the child and the pregnant woman also. Basic informal education to child, they are giving the basic education to the child and health education to mothers. Okay. Nutritional management of SAM usually includes two types of nutritional formula, that is F75 and F100 formulas. These formulas are made by preparing a mixture of milk, sugar, cereal and vegetable oil in specified amounts. Means in this formula, they have prepared a mixture of milk, sugar, cereal and vegetable oil in specific amount. Means in which amount they will just mix the milk, sugar, cereal and this type of things. This is the important thing, and by this formula the Anganwadi workers have given the ideas to them, to every mothers, and these formulas are given to SAM patients under strict medical supervision. See, these formulas are given to SAM patients under strict medical supervision. Means those who are suffering for this malnutrition, severe malnutrition, to these people, the F75 and F11 formulas are being given. The F75 formula, it is given in the starting stage and contains 75 kilocalorie of energy and 0.9 gram protein per 100 ml. Those who are in age like 0 to 2 or 2.5 age, for them in this F75 formula is given that in the starting stage, whenever this malnutrition is in the starting stage, that contain they should take the 75 kilocalorie of energy, 0.9 gram of protein per 100 ml. And in the F100 formula, it is given that in a latter stage and which contains, it is the latter stage, and it contains the 100 kilocalorie of energy and 2.9 gram proteins per 100 ml. So these two formulas are very effective for this type of child. Okay. Next, we will see the iron deficiency anemia. So at first I am telling what is anemia. Anemia is a condition in which a person lacks sufficient healthy hemoglobin. Means we know that in our red blood corpuscle, in our red blood cell, hemoglobin is present, which is a pigment, red colored pigment, and it will carry the oxygen throughout our body. So if there will be if in any person they lack the sufficient amount of hemoglobin, so the this substance which carry oxygen in red blood cells, if the number of hemoglobin will be decreased, then inside our body oxygen molecules will not be supplied properly. So this disease is very common and can result in the person feeling tired, weak, dizzy and short of breath, because a proper amount of oxygen is not going inside our cells, inside our blood. That's why the people will feel tired, weak, dizzy and short of breath, means breathing problem will be there. Nutritional deficiency anemia mainly results from a lack of iron. Means mainly the anemia results from the lack of iron, means the proper amount of iron is not present, but a lack of folic acid, vitamin B12, vitamin A can also cause the anemia, and low vitamin C intake can also contribute. Means why this anemia comes? Mainly in the lack of iron, but also in the lack of folic acid, vitamin B12 and vitamin A also, which causes the anemia, and a low vitamin C intake can also contribute. So nutritional deficiency can happen because of a lack of nutrients in the diet. If anyone is not taking proper nutrients in their diet just because of illness or medical condition that make it hard to absorb the nutrients, means proper nutrition, if just think that anyone is taking their nutrition, but whatever is necessary for their body, this condition is not fulfilled, then there will be a lack of nutrition in their diet, and so the child or anyone will become ill, and proper number of nutrients, proper amount of nutrients will not be absorbed inside their body. Population groups at high risk of anemia are infants and under 5 children, school age children 6 to 14 years, adolescent girl 10 to 19 years, and women of childbearing age 15 to 44 years. In these groups, high risk of anemia is being found. Okay. Here is one figure, I think, yes, this figure, where we will see some more thing. In the figure describes the intergenerational cycle of anemia in women. According to intergenerational cycle of anemia, an adolescent girl who enters the reproductive age, means if any girl who is in adolescent condition, means after 10 years, okay, they are going to the reproductive age with low iron stores, means inside them there is low iron, and if they will become pregnant during adolescence or later, there will be a great risk of giving birth to a low birth weight and a preterm baby. Means if any girl who is in the adolescent period, like 10 to 19 years or 10 to 16 years, then if they will become pregnant, then inside their body proper amount of iron is not present, so the baby which will born, that will become underweight, and preborn baby means preterm baby can born, so the baby is also born with low iron stores inside the mother. If iron deficiency will be there, so inside the baby there will be the deficiency of iron also. Due to the poor infant feeding practices, is more likely than ever to enter adolescence with low iron stores in the body. Thus, this vicious cycle of iron deficiency anemia continues. continues. Means if inside the mother the amount of iron is lower, then we can say that there will be they will suffer the iron deficiency anemia. So if they will go to birth to any child, then that child will face also this type of iron deficiency anemia. Okay, so that's why this age, that's why the minimum age of marriage has been increased, and now it is the 21. Okay, next see the picture. Adolescent, wait, at first see, adolescent with low iron and hemoglobin level plus menstrual blood loss. Means in the adolescent condition, we know the menstruation or menstrual period will be started for every girl, and in that time there will, if there will be low iron or hemoglobin, then there will be a problem, there will be iron deficiency and anemia can come. Adolescent, if adolescent enters reproductive age group with low iron store, the pregnant woman will suffer in the anemia, and the baby with low iron and hemoglobin levels will also come, and uncorrected anemia in infancy and childhood. Means if it will not be corrected in the infancy or childhood, the baby will feel or will suffer this anemia throughout their life. So this will be not good for their health. So this is the intergenerational cycle of anemia in women. Means if we will not recover the person or the human, so that there will, this anemia in women will make a cycle. Means from generation to generation it will go. Okay, next is prevalence. So what should we do? According to the National Family Health Survey 4, NFHS4 of India, conducted in 2015 or 16, anemia prevalence across all ages is extremely high in India, varying from 30% to 69%. This is means 30 to 69% of female are suffering from this disease. So according to the National Family Health Survey of India, which was conducted in 2015 or 16, anemia prevalence across all ages is extremely high in India. See, the prevalence, that is according to the National Family Health Survey 4 of India, that conducted in 2015 to 16, that was anemia prevalence across all ages is extremely high in India. Means in that seen that in India, this anemia is extremely high and varying from 30% to 60% of women. Okay. Next, we will see the causes. A main or the few major causes of iron deficiency anemia are the increased iron demand during the pregnancy. Means in the time of pregnancy, if the proper amount of iron is not being fulfilled, then there will be a demand. So demand will be increased. Daily diet poor in iron-rich foods and other essential nutrients, vitamin B12, folic acid, which is required for hemoglobin synthesis, diets low in iron enhancers, citrus fruit and sprout, etc., and excess of iron inhibitors like tea, coffee, phytates, calcium-rich foods, etc. Worm infestation or hookworm. Means if in daily diet, iron-rich food and other essential nutrients required for hemoglobin synthesis. Means if inside the food, whatever the the proper amount of folic acid or vitamin B12 is not fulfilled, then there will be requirement of hemoglobin synthesis, and diets low in iron enhancer. Means citrus fruits and sprouts should be eaten. So if they will not take this, so there will be deficiency of that. So iron inhibitors, excess iron inhibitors, if they will take, means excess amount of tea, coffee, it should not be taken. So they will just inhibit the formation of iron. And worm infestation, if inside that person any worm is present, like hookworm, roundworm, if any worm is present, then there will be a problem of anemia. Okay. Next, consequences. Iron deficiency anemia lead to the following consequences. That is, reduced physical development, means they are physically they will not be developed. Chronic fatigue, decreased work output and decreased work capacity. So the working capacity and the working capacity will be decreased. They will not do their proper work. Chronic fatigue will come. Okay, impaired sexual and reproductive development, irregular menstruation, low pre-pregnancy iron stores, and low birth weight babies, and preterm delivery. Means if this malnutrition or this mother who have the anemia, if they will go for the birth of the child, then low pre-pregnancy iron stores will can form. Low birth weight means the baby which will birth or which will born. Then low weight of the baby can means their body weight will be very low. Preterm delivery can also occur. Reduced cognitive development, which is diminished concentration, disturbance in perception, and poor learning ability also be shown. Okay. Next, we will see the food source of dietary iron. Means in this area, we have seen that if iron amount of iron will be lower, then the anemia can come. So we should take proper amount of iron rich food. So here we will see the food sources. So dietary iron is available in two forms. Hemi iron, found in animal muscle and blood, and non-hemi iron, that is found both in animal products and plant products. Means in the animal muscles and blood, the heme product means hemoglobin, that heme portion is available inside the animal product, and non-heme iron, that is found in both animal and plant products. So we should take the both things. Okay, means in the iron, it is present inside the liver, meat, poultry, fish, inside this, and the leafy vegetable, legumes, beans, and cereals, non-hemi iron is present. So we should take the animal food, means the food which are coming from the animal and the plant related food. We should take both of them. Okay. Healthful sources of iron include green and legumes. Although the myth persists that the meat is a preferred iron source, a balanced vegetarian diet containing legume, fortified or whole grains, and green leaf vegetables easily provide the adequate iron. Means if anyone will be just vegetarian, inside the vegetarian diet, if they will take proper amount of legume, fortified whole grains, and green leaf vegetables, then that is enough for them. Not don't take only the meat products. Also, you should take the leafy vegetables also. Okay. Fruits and vegetables aid the absorption of non-heme iron. Means fruit and vegetable have the capacity to absorb the non-heme iron. So fruits and vegetables contain vitamin C and organic acid, that is citric acid, that will keep iron in a reduced form. So increasing absorption of non-heme iron when consumed in the same meal. Means the fruits and vegetables which contain vitamin C and organic acids like the citric acid, that will keep iron in a reduced form. Okay, so increasing absorption of non-heme iron when consumed in the same meal. If we will keep in our meal the non-heme iron products, that will absorb. Tea, coffee, and cocoa should not be consumed with meal if poor iron status is suspected. Means if anyone is suffering from anemia, they should not take or coffee or cocoa in heavy amount. So polyphenols in these beverages inhibit the absorption of non-heme iron. Means these products will prevent the iron to absorb inside our body. Black tea appears to be the most strong in this regard. Means black tea, which is the most strong in this regards. Okay, means they will prevent the absorption of iron inside the body. Next is the national programs for iron deficiency anemia control. Means from government, some national programs, or from worldwide, the national programs has been arranged for the iron deficiency anemia control. Okay, so National Iron Plus Initiative in 2013, that is supplementation throughout life cycle by weekly iron supplementation for preschool children 6 months to 5 years, children from 1st to 5th grade in schools, school children, adolescent, pregnant and lactating women, they have started. Intensified Iron National Iron Plus Initiative, that is INIPI. The reduction of anemia is one of the important objectives of Poshan Abhiyan, launched in March 2018. Means this is the name of the program. Complying with the targets of Poshan Abhiyan National Nutrition Strategy set, means this is the programs and in which age this is needed. All this is written here. Okay. If you see, the National Iron Plus Initiative will reach the following age groups for supplementary or preventing programming. Means some programs and also the years which we in which year these programs for which year this program has been initiated. This all are written, so you can read these things, and there is no such things to understand. Next is see the management of iron deficiency anemia, means how we can manage this disease. So iron deficiency anemia may be prevented or corrected by the following methods. That is nutritional education, means we should give the education of the nutrition, means which type of nutrition we should take. We should provide to that person, that particularly anemic person, what nutrition we should give. That this education is being given to that person. Dietary diversification means it is the encouraging the consumption of micronutrient rich foods, dark green leafy vegetable, lentils and vitamin C rich fruits, which may be available but are underutilized by the deficient population. So dietary diversification means the different types of diets they should take. In the normal people, what they are taking, the person who are suffering from this iron deficiency disease, they should take the different types of diets. We should give that education also. Food fortification, that refers to the addition of micronutrients to processed foods, means the foods what they are taking, along with that some micronutrients should be added. In many situations, this strategy can lead to relatively rapid improvement in the micronutrient status of the population. Means if they will take the micronutrients properly, their rapid improvement has been shown, seen. Okay, and at a very reasonable cost, especially if advantage can be taken of existing technology and local distribution networks. Means especially if advantage can be taken to that person, and technologically or local distribution by the local distribution network, if anything can we can do, then we should do that. Okay. Supplementation means we should take some vitamin minerals supplement product like the capsules, tablets or injection we can take. Okay, so these are the management of iron deficiency anemia. Next, just see how many pages are there. Oh, there are more pages. So I think half chapter we have completed. So here we have completed the half portion of this chapter. On the next day we will see the full portion. Okay, so unit 4 chapter 1 half already we have completed, and on the next day we will start from the next portion. Okay, so those who are present here, everyone should be present the next day. Okay, so that's all for today. I think Simrin has some other class, so you will join that class also. So for today, goodbye. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so you can leave.